Welcome back. Today we're actually decorating an apartment for Cinderella and her younger sister Griselda, but mainly Cinderella. She has left Henford-on-Bagley. She's ready to actually start her life, finally, after so many years of just kind of living to raise her sisters because she was left as the only adult in the situation, as the oldest. And yeah, I'm excited to see what she gets up to. I don't love this apartment. It's just kind of long and awkward and tall, but I did my best to kind of make it appropriate for them. I didn't want to make a ton of changes to like the walls and stuff because I wanted to stay semi-true to the original design, because when you move into an apartment, you don't get to make those changes. So I did put in a kitchen wall and then kind of move things a little bit, but not too much. I had a lot of fun with this though, I will say. They have a lot of money. Like, I kind of ignore the money because they do have so much money at this point. I just ignore it and just pretend they're suffering, but like, they do have so much money. I think she's gonna end up maybe donating, like there's charity and stuff. I don't know. She seems like the type that would donate. I don't know what type that is, but listen, I'm tired. I got woken up so early this morning because there was a car alarm going off, and I didn't hear the car alarm, but my partner did, and so he woke up early, and then I woke up because I was alone. And my brain is like, this is different. So I woke up. I'm so tired now. So tired. And I was also kept up very late because one of the foster cats, their spay is scheduled for the end of July 30th, I think? Or the 31st, I don't know how many days are in this month, but the end. And of course she went in the heat, which, fine, but there's lots of yelling now. And my poor dog is very upset about it. And my poor partner has never experienced that before, and I'm like, listen, she's just gonna yell. That's all there is to it. Just don't open that door because I don't trust him to be alert and aware enough. Like, he already doesn't understand. I'm like, she will try to get out of that room because her little cat brain is telling her to. So that's fun. That's my fun time. And I can't wait for the great spay. Normally before you would take them home, but they were so behind that they're like, listen, you are technically fostering to adopt until they are spayed, but just we're behind. I'm like, okay, that's not great, but okay. Thankfully, I know what to do. I was trying to find doors, but like, because the walls are so high, everything just looks so comically small. So I'm just pretending this used to be like an old Victorian apartment and it actually had another floor, but maybe because regulations have changed, they're like, these 2 floors are only 5 feet high and that's not legal, so they had to tear one out or something. You don't know. Maybe it had an 80s drop ceiling and they took it out and just left the high ceilings. I did put the windows up a little bit higher on this side because I just couldn't have them lower. It's fine. They match otherwise. It's just me lowering them and then going, I don't think I love that. Oh, do I leave them lower? I might leave them lower. I thought I hated it though. Who knows? Also just realized that this is the point, I knew at some point it erased my floors and added brick inside, and I didn't know why. This is that moment. Sims 4 just does stuff. And now I'm pulling all of the stuff out of their inventory, of which there is so much. Also, a bunch of stuff that I thought was lost when they moved to Henford-on-Bagley was now there, but then stuff that I put in there before they came here is not I don't know. I just plunked down what we had. I brought the crow, I brought the rat, I brought the goldfish. I replaced the rat, so they will have a new one. And they have Bruno, but Lucifer went with the twins. I keep calling them twins. They're not twins, but like they're very close in age. They're Irish twins. Of course, we have our gemology station. I've already recorded the first episode, so I know that I talk about it, but I had an idea about the fact that we have the plasma tree from Snow, and wouldn't it be fun if we also had the gemstone tree from Cinderella? So I do have her craft one of those seeds, and eventually we will have one, just not yet. Because my plan is for her to stay in San Myshuno permanently. And I don't know if I should just... I've seen other players where they do like a cemetery situation. Like, should we do that? I'm unsure. It would be nice to have a spot to like put certain items per generation, just to like, oh look, they did this and they did this and something like that. I don't know. Because eventually you don't really, a couple generations down the line, no one's gonna know who Snow White was, let alone why they're keeping that ottoman. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Could do like a museum. That could be fun. Like I said though, I'm so tired today. Just, exhausted. And then comes the fun part of trying to find a bed that I like that matches the color palette that I've gone with. What on earth are we barking at? I'm gonna guess, and I might be wrong, but I think that the poop lady is here. Because yes, I do pay somebody to come and poop, scoop the poop in the for the dogs. Like I can't. It's hot. I have arthritis. Like, it's not that expensive. And everybody wins. The dogs love the poop lady. Every time she comes, they're so excited to see her. That's the highlight of their week. I always feel like very like I'm aware that that is definitely a privilege, and I feel it keenly when I tell people. But like, also, again, I have arthritis. I have one of those little poop scoop grabber things, but like, it really hurts my hands. And it's just, at the end of the day, it's not worth it to put myself through that. Because I know me, and then I just put it off because I know it's going to hurt, and it's going to be hot and uncomfortable because I live on the sun. I just end up not doing it for 3 weeks, and then it's a big problem. So I'm just kind of putting the pictures down. Again, they look kind of awkward with the wall so high, but there's nothing that I can do about that. So we're just accepting it and moving on. Like, it is what it is. Also, I have like Age of Aquarius stuck in my head, and I don't know why. I haven't heard that song in forever. Just every now and then my brain's just like, I'm gonna turn on a song that you know and just play it repeatedly in the back of your brain. You're welcome. And I'm like, why? Why? Why would you do such a thing? I'm still very happy about that tarot card thing. It is so Cinderella core. Maybe not our Cinderella, but it is like, it's perfect to represent her story. Also, I love that rug fits perfectly in Griselda's room. So perfect. So I was gonna wait till Griselda was a teenager, but she's the worst student in the world, so I'm like, you know what? She technically wasn't even part of the challenge or supposed to be here. The challenge has already been made much harder by the fact that both parents died when I wasn't counting on Florian dying right away. And I was not counting on the evil stepmother to die at all I mean, eventually, yes, but like, she was supposed to be there to torment Cinderella and make her do all the chores. No. Instead, she died. So like, it was already much harder than it needed to be. I love that Lego rug. It's a really cool piece of CC. I do add a couple other colors because I don't want it to be like too matchy-matchy. This is not, it's a not so berry, but it's not like everything is blue challenge sort of thing. Like, I do try to keep it believable in terms of color palette, because real houses don't look like sim houses, and I try to blend the two a little bit more. Because I think as simmers, we sometimes forget what real houses look like. Like, we know objectively, but we tend to just make our perfect little dollhouse, which is fine, but I always cross the line. I think this is why I end up losing design challenges, because every time I participate, I'm like, okay, but like, a real person would throw their shoes over there. A real person would probably toss their keys here. Like, I get two in my head, and then I lose because it's a problem, and it's totally fair because I can't do Architectural Digest. I can't do it. I fail every time. It is a weakness within me. Okay, I'm just gonna grab in a couple things from their inventory. I'm trying to clutter it a little bit, but not like crazy. And of course the spell books, because she is a spellcaster, which delights me. I need to get her a familiar. I think that's necessary. I don't in the next episode. Again, I've already played it, but I need to. Isn't there a blue one? There's like a little blue will-o'-the-wisp looking thing. That'd be perfect. I like that there's slots in the gemology thing too. It makes me happy. And the coloring, like kids' drawings on the wall, that's another cool piece of CC. I just like it because it's very, kids do stuff. I know that I did. You color on things, you break things, you're playing a game, like, you just do stuff. So, I like those types of CC. This is where I realized the walls were wrong. I was like, oh, I should probably fix those. I love this door. It's one of my favorite EA items, like that skull. Because it's a picture too. I eventually would like to recreate that for my fake fireplace, but we're a long ways from that. Again, arthritis. I have to really be feeling great to make stuff like that. So yeah, now it's all coming together, I feel like, in a way that was making me really happy. I didn't want it to look like a super ritzy, fancy apartment, like, not struggle bus, but had a little bit of money from the life insurance policy kind of thing. In my head, the farm was mortgaged to the hilt, and they couldn't keep it. And also they didn't want to. Neither of them was particularly attached to staying in Henford-on-Bagley. They didn't want to farm. Like, the only reason they were even there is because Florian was so sad about Snow White that he's like, alright, I'm gonna move here. They do have 2 couches, but one's like a window seat. And I wanted to make sure they had a computer, so I kind of set up a desk behind the couch, which is how my old apartment used to be set up. I don't know why, I'm a big proponent of using all available space. I hate, like, just wide open space for no reason in the middle of the room. I'm like, why? That's unnecessary. Unless you are doing Pilates and high kicks in the middle of the floor. Like, why do you need that? You don't need room for activities. Let's be honest. Most of us don't. It kills me. probably why I don't like open concept in general. It's not my bag. It's not my thing. I don't like it. I think it's unnecessary. I think it makes decorating really difficult. And then you can't hang art because you have no walls. You have like 4 walls. Everything else is windows. And it's just, why? Why we gotta do that? Why was that so popular and so prevalent when having a dedicated room where things can go is so much nicer? I don't get it. I don't get it. Then again, I don't have kids, so like I know that was a huge part of it, was being able to like see your kids in the living room or see your kids when they were in another area and, you know, keep eyes on them to make sure they're not being crazy, which is fine, but like again, I don't have that problem, so I would like walls. And it sucks because we are not quite at the point of getting a house, but obviously I'm on Zillow house shopping anyways. And like just seeing all of the house flippers rip out all the walls is just, it is deeply upsetting. Because flipped houses anyways, it's gross. They're not cute. They all look the same. They're all gray with a white marble counter that is a waterfall edge lately, with weird black trim and those weird LED lights and funky shapes. And in the gray vinyl laminate plank floors. Like, that's what they all look like. And it's just so soulless and so upsetting. And then people selling their houses try to mimic that because they're like, well, I want to appeal to as many people. No! Paint your walls fluorescent orange, please. I would prefer it. At least I know you have a personality and you are not a zombie. Like, it's too much. I really wanted to keep all that clutter on the counter, but they needed counter space, so I eventually caved and got rid of it. And then, of course, the lighting was being weird with the cabinets, which was upsetting. And I thought it was me, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is this right? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's just being hateful. That's the Sims 4 for you. We actually have that little knitting basket from Snow White as well. So I just kept it because it was cute. I wanted to keep these pictures, but most of them didn't fit, so I had to get rid of them. But I did keep like the castle and things like that. I kind of don't have anything else to say. This is the space. This is it. They're probably not going to stay here forever, but we'll stay here for a bit. Probably until Griselda grows up and moves out. Unless things happen faster than I am anticipating, such as babies. Because The Sims loves to throw you a curveball. Like, oh, I'd be fine. I got time. No. You thought. I do wish that I could have put a balcony in this. I tried, but it said no, so I did not. But I wish that you had a little bit more freedom in the apartments. They've already given us more freedom than anticipated with allowing us to move windows and stuff, but would like a little bit more. A little bit more. Just teensy bit more. Just treat it like a lot. I threw a bunch of rugs down. I thought it was cute. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think too about like the community lot mausoleum cemetery thing. Because I don't know. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. We'll see. But that is it for their little apartment. So thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a like. It really does help. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.